I start a DM convo? This one's really interesting and I want to give you a really solid tip, so write this down. Welcome back to another episode of Ask A. It has been a hot minute, but let's jump in. So I wanted to do a whole video on all around Instagram. So I asked you guys for some questions and here they are. The first one that came through is, what do you do when engagement is low? So I'm going to answer this question specifically around Instagram because that's what I said these videos were about. And when engagement is low, it comes down to so many different things, but here are a few things that I suggest that might help you out. One may be just to have a short Instagram break, about 24 hours to 48 hours is perfect. This may help reset your algorithm, but it also may help reset you from an energetic point of view. Second point that might help is to go back through your posts and see what's working and not working, and do a little bit of a self-audit. Number 3 is, are you being engaging enough? If your engagement is low, it's a you thing. So it's about looking at, am I hooking people in? Is this content interesting? Am I talking about anything new? What is it that people really want and need from me? Am I being polarizing and bold? Am I trialing different styles of content? Or am I just doing all reels, kind of talking about the same things? So you really want to focus on mixing it up. Another great little bonus tip is, are you including calls to action? So this means, are you actually asking your audience to drop a yes below, drop a love heart below if they resonate with what you're talking about? The next one is a famous question and it's another big one, but it's, how do I start a DM convo? This one's really interesting and I want to give you a really solid tip, so write this down. But just the best and easiest way to start DM conversations is to be genuine and have connection at the top of your mind. But more specifically, how to start the conversation, maybe to do some question boxes in your stories, some polls, some great posts, some great comment this word below type call to actions, and start DMing all the people who are watching what you do, commenting on the word, commenting on your polls, liking your photos, watching your stories, and put at the forefront of your mind connecting with them, getting to know them. How you might start a DM convo with them is this really simple phrase of, hey, thank you so much for whatever they're doing, engaging with my stuff, voting in my poll, and then ask them a genuine question. I would love to hear more about, insert question here. And this is just a really easy way to build connections, get to know your audience more, and also see if you're a good fit to work together. The next question was maybe one of my faves that made me laugh, and it is, how do I stay consistent? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This one made me laugh because isn't it everyone's the age-old question, like how do we stay consistent? So a few things I want you to think about is, what is consistency for you? So find out, you're consistent for me. So consistent for you might be aiming for 4 posts a week. It might be going for every day. This is something I'm going to try out myself. So I'm so excited to hear what your consistent for you is too, and really committing to that, picking around the same time every day. So for me, for example, 3 p.m. really works. So I'm committed every day to stop what I'm doing and do the post. I would also say consistency comes down to a real mindset piece as well. So like, are you getting in your own way? Are you worrying about it being perfect? Are you have this voice rattling around in your head saying, oh, that's not really good enough, or what are you talking about? And if that's you, I want you to remember that the Instagram game is a real mind over matter situation. However, sometimes there's something deeper going on which you can explore. So find your consistent for you, find your time that you want to post, and then see and check in if there's any mindset stuff lingering in the way. Actually, another bonus thing you could do is make sure you have a lot of content ready to go, whether it's saved into your drafts or whether it's just ideas in your notes sections of things you want to talk about. This can help you stay consistent because you're not having to be creative on the spot all the time. One of the last questions I'm going to cover in this section is, I struggle to tell story. Any advice? So I believe what this person means is like actually to story tell and engage their audience in that way. So I would really highly recommend people to share vulnerably on their social media and to tell story. Telling story doesn't have to be complicated. It's literally using your own tone of voice. Picture yourself telling the story to your friend and start sharing it in a vulnerable, true way. So you might start off by being like, you know, this makes me really nervous to share, but here it is. And then in that you're saying, you know, yesterday I went to a cafe, and really allow them to know what happened. And someone asked me this and I felt really nervous. That's obviously just an example for you. And then at the end you might be like, if this resonated, drop me a heart. If this has ever happened to you, drop me a yes. So that's kind of how you can tie all that together. But telling story is really important, and essentially you just want to think of this question. This one helps me a lot. What's going on in my world right now? And when you ask yourself that question, what's going on in my world right now, you can start to kind of be like, oh, actually, I had a bit of a difficult conversation. Maybe I could use that difficult conversation to be vulnerable and share like, hey, I'm going through my stuff too, even though I want to, you know, coach you and support you. So my loves, that is a little bit on the Glorious Instagram. If you have any more questions that you would love answered regarding Instagram, chuck it below and I'll get to it, because this is lots of fun. You know what to do from here. Like, subscribe, do the things, and remember, consistency is key. Have fun. Hey, do you love Instagram? Did you enjoy what I talked about in this video, but you would love to know more? Last year, I hit 6 figures in my business with a small following, and I want to show you how to do the same. Click the link below and watch the free masterclass now.